put the same pickup in this guitar. Hi, I'm Daniel Elixir. I'm here at Elixir Farm, and that's what people know me as a performer. Me, yeah. I just wish I could forget that time I Googled my disease.
You play guitar?
Yeah, I play guitar and I write songs. I've been doing that for a long time, about 30 years, I guess. And I had been writing songs when I went to college in New York City. I live in Missouri, but I went to college in New York City, and for a while I was involved with a gospel choir up there, and I was at a musical festival at NYU, and did some stuff with Taj Mahal when he was up there. But that was all a long time ago, and since then I got more in farming, and then I started writing more songs again more recently. So there's kind of two periods in my life.
All right. So you've got 3 guitars here.
Mm-hmm.
Pick one up and tell me about it.
Well, this is my most recent guitar that I use the most. It's a mini, I think it's a 3/4 size.
A mini.
An Alvarez RF20SC. I think the S is for spruce top and C is for cutaway. And what I appreciate about it is that it plays well. The fingerboard is nice, and the pickup here is, I think, an M1 Lester Bangs. Lester Bangs.
No, wait a minute. That's the guy from Rolling Stone, isn't it? Anyway.
Bags, I think. LR
Bags.
LR Bags pickup.
Mm-hmm.
So I can use this to perform, and it doesn't feedback very much, and it has a nice sound. So I usually do a sort of finger picking style that is sort of rhythmic, really. It's not. I play lead guitar a little bit, but mostly it's sort of rhythm guitar.
So this is the guitar you play live with?
Yeah, most often.
All right. Why do you pick that? Because the size is funnier?
Easier to travel with.
Okay.
It's not. It's actually kind of a run-of-the-mill, kind of a low-end guitar. So it's probably replaceable. You know, I had friends who had really precious guitars destroyed while they were out traveling, just various accidents and stuff, run over by vans and stuff. So maybe I'm a little paranoid, but it makes me feel better to know it's not $1 million guitar, but also I like the sound, so it does the right job for me.
Okay. Probably makes you easier to connect with on stage, because you sure are easy to connect with on stage.
Oh, thank you. I'd like that to be true. That's a goal of mine.
Yeah. This is your road guitar. Now you've got a couple other here.
Yeah. I sometimes play this. This is my fanciest guitar, a Martin HD28. The HD, I think, is that it's got a little inlay around the corners, around the edges, but it has a really nice sound. Projects a little better. The first guitar sounds a little shallow sometimes. That bass end is really nice. And I put the same pickup in this guitar. But I don't use this as much as I would think. This is my fanciest guitar.
It sounds beautiful.
Yeah, I think, in a little intimate environment, house concerts and stuff, it's probably fills the room a little better.
Where did you get it?
Well, that's an interesting story. I live near Gainesville, Missouri, and actually, it's really interesting. That day, or a couple days before, I'd seriously injured one of my fingers. We don't want to talk about that. It was a serious tendon injury, and I didn't do surgery. The surgeon said he didn't think he could improve the odds of it having 100% recovery. This was a decade ago. But anyway, at that same time, I noticed on the internet somebody in the area had this guitar. I'd been looking for it. And the guy had been collecting Martins, and he went ahead and had collected them all. He's just a local guy that we kind of knew. He's actually a brother of an auctioneer. And so he said he collected everything, and so now he was in the process of dispersing them. That was his goal, was to collect. But once he was done collecting, he'd been there, done that. So I was lucky to get that. I think this is, I don't know enough about Martins, but I think this is pretty close to top of the line for this style of guitar.
Sweet.
So, and then my hand recovered. But I couldn't hardly play it when I first got it. I was nervous about my finger. I had to be real tender with this.
Does it play like butter now?
Yeah, it's a wonderful guitar. So I have one last guitar here. Can I show
Sure,
you?
let's do it, yeah.
My last guitar is one that I got, again, for practical purposes. Well, I say got. Actually, it's a friend of mine's, but I take care of it. My friend was in the Vietnam War.
And we're talking about Ron Hughes.
Ron Hughes.
Our friend Ron Hughes.
Yeah,
Yes.
he was a bass. He played bass with John Prine a little bit. That's one of his most
That's right.
famous claims. He's living in Chicago in the early 70s,
And he's intimately tied, his history is intimately tied to this place we're at right now, down at Elixir Farm.
Yeah, he was here to buy the farm originally.
Right. So go ahead.
So this guitar he picked up when he was on shore leave. He's on leave, and so he was in Japan. And he
So
picked
this
up
is a
guitar.
what?
I think it's called a Miller. It's a Morris, excuse me. And it's a knockoff of another guitar. It's a vinyl string guitar. I don't know the research on this very well, but
A Morris.
yeah, and it's
From 1960? Is that what you said?
that's when he got it, probably late 60s, early 70s.
Really? So that's about a 50-year-old guitar.
Yeah, and it sounds great. The vinyl strings. When I record in a room, this guitar has a booming bass. I usually put a couple mics, a condenser mic, and
Cool. Well,
another-
let's hear
so-
it.
but,
We've got
it's a really-
microphone right here.
really fun guitar. Might not be quite tuned up.
Need your
perfectly.
tuner?
Yeah, I think so. It's on here. Here we go.
Snark.
Yeah, he's in the back there. Sounds a little funny, that E there. I have kind of an informal style of playing. Sometimes there's a little buzz, and I kind of don't really mind that. So,
Nice.
yeah, I don't know. It's just this just always, and it's funny that Martin has a good bass on it, but this just with a mic always picked up really well for recording. So I made a CD and I had a couple songs that I just played, just me and this guitar.
Is there one of these that you do most of your songwriting with?
Lately I've been using my performance guitar.
All right.
But historically I've probably written more songs on this
All right.
little Morris guitar.
My putting you on the spot there. So.
That's all right. In a barber shop, they watch TV. Those are all my friends. Some of them may not know me, but they're all my friends. They're all my friends. They're all my friends. And the bus slows down as the light turns red. Carries all my friends. And an airplane flies overhead, and it's full of my friends, all my friends. They're all my friends. You might say that it's all in my mind. You might say it's just pretend. Those would not be very nice things to say, but hey, 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 you can still be my friend. All those people at the traffic light, yeah, those are all my friends. And some turn left and some turn right, but they're all my friends. They're all my friends. They're all my friends. And all those guys in the prison yard, yeah, those are all my friends. And the cops and the judge and the prison guard are all my friends. They're all my friends. They're all my friends. And every child everywhere, those are all my friends. And in the cemetery, why, who's buried there? Sadly, those were all my friends. The gentle ones and the tough, those with plenty and those with not enough. Oh, how I love all of, how I love all of my friends.
Fantastic.
All right, we can pause for just now.
Okay.